Trying to figure out whether you should do a cut or a bulk? Watch this.
Our next caller is Amelia from Canada.
Amelia, how can we help you?
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's so cool. It's like better than being a celebrity. So I'll just jump right into it. I'm 19 years old. I've been working out for about the last 4 years. But I've been kind of floating on the same like physique and strength levels for about 1 to 2 years now, partially just because I'm focusing on other stuff like school and, I haven't been super committed, but I enjoy the activity. So this summer I'm working at a mill, and in each shift I get about like 20 to 30,000 steps. I'm walking and sweeping a lot. And I'm also in a wedding party at the beginning of September. So I thought that this opportunity with the high activity level would be like a great opportunity for me to like lean down like an extra like 10 pounds or something. And then after the wedding in September, when I go back to school, I'd like to be a bit leaner at the beginning of that and then start like a bulking phase to build strength and muscle. And I feel like in all my years of training, I haven't spent a lot of time in an extended period of like a surplus to really build a good foundation. And I'm 5'4", so when I've tried to cut in the past, I found it challenging to stay consistent on like the 1,400 calories roughly. So it'd be nice if this building phase lets me get a slightly higher maintenance at the end of it. So essentially my question is 2 parts. One, how do you best recommend taking advantage of this activity level to burn fat while minimizing muscle loss and metabolic adaptation? And then 2, how should I go about transitioning into my building phase in the fall when my activity level will drop dramatically without reverting back to just like my past physique?
So good question.
It is a really cool question. And I actually, this is a great question. And I don't think there's going to be a wrong answer here, but I actually would flip your strategy. Instead of, because I get where you're going, because you're taking all these steps. So you're like, okay, I'm going to be burning these extra calories, so then it'll be easier to lean out. But because you already have struggled with kind of leaning out and you're kind of low calorie where you're at 1,400 calories in order to lose, I actually would take this as a great opportunity to really start to increase your calories and speed your metabolism up. Therefore, when you go into the time when you're going to be a lot less active, you're going to be able to cut back on the calories, and you have this faster metabolism, and you'll still be at a healthy place of calories.
I like that. How many steps were you taking before? Like how many steps you take normally when you're not at the mill?
During school, like during when I was really busy studying, probably like 6 to 8, and then I ramped it up to like 10 to 12. I should mention I am eating about like 18 to 1900 calories, and I have like an app for weight that tracks my trend, and it says I'm losing. It was like 1.2 to 1.3 pounds per week, and now it's more like 0.7 to 0.8. That's just because I do 4 on 4 off. So like during my 4 on shifts, I'm like just regimented routine, and then on my 4 days off, I'm like it's summer, so I maybe eat a bit more. But I am losing weight on like 1,800 to 1,900 right now, just because of the high activity. I'm not like stuck in a rut. I just don't want to get there.
You're a badass at 19. You know all this stuff. You've been working out for 4 years.
Oh, I've been listening to you guys for like 4 years.
Oh, that's great. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what's cool about this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were taking 6 to 10,000 steps before. It's going to go up to 20 to 30,000 steps. That additional 10 to 20,000 steps, let's just say, is about 250 more calories a day. Okay, and I'm being conservative, but let's just say it's 250 calories a day. What you can do is you can increase your calories by 100 and you're still going to be in a natural deficit. Yep. So you can actually bump your calories a little bit and still get yourself leaner and focus on building muscle. I would not cut because you're increasing your steps so much. I wouldn't go on a cut at the same time. The cut is going to naturally happen because of the extra steps and because it's novel and it's only over the summer. So I would if I were you, I would bump my calories by 100 to 150 and then do the steps, and you'll still probably be in a slight deficit, and you'll probably still build a little bit of muscle during that process.
That's why I like the idea of actually kind of like thinking in more of a reverse diet during this time. Is like, in fact, my personal goal for you would be, okay, let's try during this time to actually continually increase calories without gaining weight. Because you're doing all this extra activity, can I keep getting you to add a little bit more calories while we're doing all this activity? That way, when we get at the end of the summer or whatever, we're now got you up to 2,400 calories, and you haven't put on any weight really. And so even if you haven't really leaned out much or whatever, but you're eating 2,400 calories, we're in a good position.
In fact, what you could even do is when you're done with the steps and it goes back down to 10,000, keep your calories at 2,400, and that now is a slight bulk.
Yeah.
So now you're in a natural slight bulk, and then you'll probably build some muscle. I like that strategy a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you would suggest, like for when my activity level drops, I wouldn't don't necessarily worry about changing over
Yes.
the calorie maintenance.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I would go right now,
Okay.
like, or right when you start working in the mill, if you've already doing it, I would bump your calories by about 100 to 150, keep them there. And Adam suggested, moving it up incrementally, so long as you gain no weight. I like that. At the end of the job, when you're done with it, keep the calories the same. Now it's a surplus, and then focus on building. So now you're kind of hitting both goals. And if anything, what might happen is you're probably going to get leaner because of the gained muscle. You're probably going to get a little leaner, but you're just going to have the more muscle is what's making you leaner, because now your body fat is a smaller percentage of your body weight.
And you've probably heard me talk about, if you've been listening for this long, you probably heard me talk about this. I would also, when you transition that job, I'd also transition the programming I'm doing. So whatever you're following right now or the summer, follow that while you're also slowly increasing. And then when your job switches, also switch the stimulus. So let's say are you running anabolic, or what are you running right now? Or what program are you?
I'm doing anabolic. It's not my first time doing anabolic, but I am doing it 2 to 3 times. And then I bought MAPS Powerlift. So I was going to do that in September.
Oh, I love
Beautiful.
that. I
That's
love
awesome.
that. That's perfect.
That's
and in
great.
a surplus.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Are you going to work in the fitness industry? Is this something you
need
want to do for a living?
Yeah, you're on point.
I thought about it, guys. I'm in engineering now, because I was like, I
that's where
like
that
people,
comes
but I don't know if you guys are so sympathetic, and I appreciate it, but I'm not sure if I could do the same thing all the time with people who don't want to
Well,
put in
look,
the effort and stuff.
I'll tell you what. If you like to make
People are
money,
difficult.
if you like to make money, stick to engineering.
Yeah, I know. That explains your approach, though, is your engineer mind for sure. So I see that. Okay.
I've been like planning this out in my head. Yeah.
And you got a great strategy. I love the idea of switch. And what's great is the advice we would normally give someone at that time is, okay, now you're going to be in the surplus. Don't freak out about the scale. Just think about strength. And MAPS Powerlift is a perfect program to follow, where all you're trying to do is get stronger.
That's awesome. Do you have both programs? You have access to them both?
Yeah, I have. I was running performance, but then just because of where I moved, it's like there's not a lot of equipment in my gym. So that's why I've transitioned to anabolic, just to like maintain strength. I just, I'm like, I don't want to, and I've been eating pretty high protein too. For powerlift, I'm just looking like, do you think like if I spend at least 6 months, say like mid-September to like February or March in like a decent deficit or decent bulk, would that be adequate? Just because like I just want to, I really want to see my strength just like skyrocket.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you're going to be fine. Yeah, 6 months is plenty. 3 months would be great. Even. Yeah. Just watch your calories and see how high they get. It'd be great if you could get your calories up to 2,800 calories, not gaining any weight. What a great place to be in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know everyone's different, but I'm always baffled that like I'll see girls who are 5'4" and they are eating like 2,800 calories, and I'm like, wow. Like, so yeah, I definitely like to just try it out and see, and stop focusing on like, oh, I want to be a bit leaner, So
no, you got the right attitude, especially at your age. It makes me really happy.
Love what you're doing.
Can I give you a program? I want to give you something. I like you. You want any program that you don't
We're
have
not going to
yet?
feel good if we don't.
Okay, what do you guys? I mean, I've thought about doing aesthetic, but I'm like, you guys say it's so high volume, and I'm like, I don't know if I have performance.
Do you have
Maybe
Symmetry?
Prime Pro.
Oh, Prime.
Can I get Prime Pro?
I'll send it over to you.
Yeah, my nan's just starting to do that too, and I'm like, I want to help her, so I figured Prime Pro would be great. I think.
Right.
Perfect.
Did you say your nan? You're helping your grandma with workouts?
She's like, well, she gets inspired because I'm here, so I'm living with her for the summer. So she's like 70, and I was like trying to think of like, okay, what would Sal, Adam, and Justin do here?
Yeah.
So I think Prime Pro would be good.
What a great kid.
Yeah, great.
Your parents raised a great kid. Good, good job. Yeah, thanks for calling in. I hope that helps you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
I really liked her.
Yeah, man, nothing makes me happier than hearing somebody young have the right attitude towards fitness, because at that age, it's very common. I was this way at that age. Mm-hmm. It's very common to be so focused on the looks and the fads and the extreme type of shit.
Yeah.
So to hear her at this age,
She found us at 15, huh?
right?
She totally gets it.
She's
man.
gonna
It's
get through. Like, she's gonna not run into a lot of the problems a lot of young girls run into, because she kind of understands how her body works and what feels good, and she's already valuing strength. Like that's
Everything she's talking about is on point.
that's
Great. And just so you know, or the audience knows, that she could technically have gone the other way.
She could.
I just like the other way personally. That's all. It's not the other way.
It's a better long-term strategy.
I think
for
so.
sure.
I think it's going to
because it's going to be a natural cut. She's doubling or tripling her steps anyway.
Yeah.
There's no need to cut your calories at the same time.
And she's at a place where she definitely has room to still increase increase her metabolism. And so I think that's a good direction, but it doesn't mean she was wrong with her initial thought. And I love what she's already setting herself up for. So pretty excited for her.